Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Colton. Today's video is all about motivation. So we are 6 months into the year as of the making of this video, and this is a perfect time for us, myself, and you to reflect on any creative projects or goals that we've set for ourselves. Where do we stand now? So I had, at the beginning of the year, set 3 goals of things that I wanted to achieve creatively with my photography. And so I will share what those goals have been and where I stand with those. And then also I want to help encourage you, if you have some goals that you set and you've made some level of progress or no progress at all, to motivate and remind you to sit back down, reorient yourself, and start hitting those goals again. And if you haven't set a goal, maybe to inspire you to think of something and set a goal for yourself and start trying to achieve it. And the reason for this is that it's easy when you're an artist, when you're a creative, when you're a photographer or beyond, to very much get into the act of creating the thing, but never actually doing anything with it, right? Take the photo, now you have it on your computer, maybe you share it on Instagram, and then that's it. But what can we do beyond that creatively that turns it into more of an art? Or even just something we can be proud that we accomplished. So I'll start by sharing what the projects were that I had for the year. So the first one is an idea of printing out my work. I wanted to very simply start printing work, physically see it, and to physically frame it also. And I wanted to get that out, to share it with other people. And I thought a great way to do this would be to sell the prints. I know I have a lot of people who have been interested in the past in purchasing images. And then I thought another step in this, another element to this, is that I could also donate the money to charity. And that way maybe encourage people to pay even a little more than they might normally pay for it, maybe do like an auction format, and then all the money goes to charity, but I also still get to have my work out there and start getting it into people's hands. And so earlier this year, I forget what month, I think it was like February, I printed out one of my Carnival long exposures, framed it, and then auctioned it off via Instagram stories, and was able to get it into the hands of someone who really enjoyed that picture and wanted to have it on their wall, but also be able to support a local charity. So it felt really good. Since then, I haven't done it again, but I have another photo that I have decided has been very popular for sure and would make for a great image to auction. So I will be auctioning off this photo, which is shot on the Olympus eVolt E500 that has the 8 megapixel Kodak CCD sensor. And this is one of the first photos that I did of candy, and now I have kind of a series developing of different colorful candy. It was just a chance to play with that Kodak sensor, and now has spawned a whole new creative series, which is really awesome. So I will be auctioning that one off here in June, the same way, just through Instagram stories. And that made me think, maybe what I can do is I'll just auction off one photo per quarter of the year. So I'll do this one here in June. If it goes well, I'll do another one in Q3 and then a final one in Q4. And then I'll consider that goal achieved. Now, another project that I wanted to do was to print out a photo zine, very small one. This would be the first one I've ever done, and to have it focused on some sort of subject or some sort of series. And, you know, if I sell them, make it like $5-10 just to get the work out there and to get some experience compiling images and creating a zine and establishing connections with anyone who might help me in that endeavor. So what have I done in achieving that so far? I have really honed in on 2 different subjects that I could make this book about, and I have been actually creating more and more photographs for each of those subjects so that I have enough to do the zine with. And I have started to comb through the images I have created within those subjects and start to identify which ones I actually want to include in the zine. And that is probably about the extent of the progress I've made. I have not decided on any kind of color palette. I haven't even begun to really look into the different websites or physical places I could go to get this created. But those are all things that are definitely on my mind almost constantly. So hopefully I will get to a point where I have the images that I want and I can really dive into figuring out how to get the actual book itself made. And the final of the three that I had planned for myself is to print out maybe a portfolio book or to get some physical prints made that showcase a certain series that I'm working on, and then to pitch those to local businesses like coffee shops or an art gallery and see if I can get some of my work physically into an art gallery or a coffee shop or whatever. That is definitely one that I would really like to do by the end of this year. And that is also the one that I've probably made the least progress on. I am having a difficult time deciding which images I want to showcase and which ones I really want to pitch. I have done some level of work in a kind of identifying what galleries or businesses I could initially pitch to, but I really do need to sit down, and this is probably a great opportunity for me to reflect, become motivated, and to set some smaller achievable goals that I can knock out on my way to the larger goal of actually doing this pitch. So I'm going to take some time in the coming weeks to really sit down, orient myself, and decide how I want to go about achieving that one. So those are the goals that I set for myself this year and the progress that I've made on them. I turn it now to you. If you have goals that you've set, what progress have you made? What are the goals that you set for yourself? Even if you haven't set any goals, what are some things that you would like to accomplish? And maybe together we can come up with some goals. So I would encourage you to share in the comments what creative projects, even outside of photography, that you're working on and what your goals are for creating physical work out of those creative projects. And the nice thing too is maybe other people commenting will see what you're working on and maybe throw out some ideas of how you can achieve it, or even just words of encouragement. So let's hold each other accountable, and also let's motivate each other. So drop those in the comments. I would love to hear what you all are working on and to give you words of encouragement or even throw out some ideas of how you can achieve it. And yeah, we can all create what we want to create and also physically get it out there so people can enjoy it and we can be proud of the things that we have built. So that is it for this video. If you liked this video and you want to see more, you want to even see the progress of how my projects unfold, hit the like button, and you can also hit the subscribe button. I do produce videos every single week, so that'll keep you in the know. But for now, I've got to get to some projects. I'm Colton. I'll see you in the next one.